Sartaj's legs moved on autopilot, her breath coming in sharp bursts as she tore through the warehouse door and into the vast emptiness outside. The cold night air hit her face, but she didn't stop. Her eyes frantically scanned the desolate landscape, and her heart sank when she realized there was nothing but an expanse of forest ahead. With no other option, she sprinted toward the tree line, the eerie stillness of the surroundings making her heart race even faster. The sounds of her pursuers weren't far behind. Sartaj, panting, glancing behind her. "I can't let them catch me!" She darted between the trees, the dense foliage offering some cover, but her pace slowed as exhaustion set in. The ground was uneven, branches and roots snagging at her feet as she plunged deeper into the woods. Every crack of a twig, every rustle of the leaves sent a fresh wave of fear coursing through her. Footsteps, too close for comfort. Sartaj frantically scanned the area and spotted a large tree with low-hanging branches. She dove behind it, crouching low, trying to steady her ragged breathing. Her pulse thundered in her ears, drowning out everything else. The footsteps grew louder, echoing through the forest. Sartaj, whispering, barely audible, "Please, just go away." The woman and her younger accomplice appeared just beyond the trees, their silhouettes outlined against the pale moonlight filtering through the branches. Sartaj pressed her back hard against the rough bark of the tree, her chest heaving as she prayed they wouldn't notice her. "Lady," whispering to her accomplice, scanning the area. "She's close. Spread out. We can't let her get away." The two women split up, their footsteps fading in different directions as they searched the surrounding woods. Sartaj remained frozen, her body tense, afraid that even the slightest movement would betray her hiding spot. Time seemed to stretch endlessly as she waited, fear keeping her rooted to the ground. Eventually, the sounds of their search faded into the distance. Sartaj stayed hidden for a few more minutes, making sure the coast was clear. Once she felt it was safe enough, she slowly crept out from behind the tree, her legs shaky beneath her. "Sartaj," muttering to herself, relief flooding her voice. "I have to get out of here." With the cover of darkness on her side, Sartaj cautiously made her way out of the forest. She stumbled through the thick brush, her clothes torn, her body bruised, but she kept moving. The edge of the forest came into view, and with it, a narrow dirt path that led toward the distant glow of city lights. Sartaj, determined, eyes fixed on the distant lights. Just a little further. Hours passed as she stumbled through the deserted streets, her body heavy with exhaustion, and her mind racing with fear. Eventually, she found herself in front of a small, dimly lit bus station. She hurried inside, heading straight for the restroom. The mirror reflected a pale, disheveled version of herself. Dirt streaked across her face, her hair a tangled mess. Sartaj splashed cold water on her face, trying to calm her frayed nerves as she stared into her own eyes. Sartaj, whispering, gripping the sink tightly. "What do I do now?" She needed help. She needed someone she could trust. Sartaj hurried to the corner of the bus station, where an old payphone stood. She fumbled in her pockets for loose change and dialed Mom's number, her fingers trembling as she punched in the digits. Sartaj, whispering into the phone, voice shaking. "Mom, it's me. I need your help. I don't know where I am. They were following me." Mom's voice on the other end was a mixture of concern and urgency. "Mom, worried. Sartaj, what happened?" Where are you? Sartaj, panicking, eyes darting around the bus station. I'm at a bus station near the city outskirts. Please, just come. I don't know how much time I have. Maham, determined. Stay there. I'm coming with a few friends. Don't move, okay? As Sartaj hung up, she glanced out of the window and her heart nearly stopped. The same dark car that had chased her earlier was slowly driving past the bus station, its headlights cutting through the night. Panic surged through her veins. Without thinking, she ducked behind a wall, holding her breath as the car idled for a moment before driving off into the night. Just then, a bus pulled up. Acting on pure instinct, Sartaj bolted toward it, slipping aboard just as the doors hissed shut behind her. She glanced around frantically, her heart pounding in her chest. Then she spotted a familiar face, a girl from her hostel. Sartaj, whispering urgently, sitting beside the girl. Hina, I need your help, please. Don't ask questions, just trust me. Hina blinked in confusion, but saw the fear in Zartaj's eyes. Her lips tightened, and without asking anything, she nodded. Hina, softly. Okay, what do you need me to do? The two girls rode the bus in tense silence until they reached a bustling marketplace. As they stepped off, Zartaj's nerves were on high alert, her eyes scanning every face, every car, but the woman was nowhere to be seen. For now, they were safe in the crowd. Zartaj, exhaling, relieved. We'll stay here for a bit. I need time to figure out what's going on, and why they're after me. But deep down she knew this wasn't over. Not by a long shot.